I want to welcome everyone back upstage. We have the Mark Tree Indians with us, Coach Dunn, and one of his assistants and his three players. Coach Dunn, it's great to have you here today. If you would, just introduce who you brought with you, along with making maybe an opening statement about the upcoming season.
Coach Permenter, Eli McQuarrie, he's our quarterback. Orlando Harper plays offensive line and linebacker, and Israel Malone plays running back, receiver, and defensive back.
Okay. Coach, if you would, just like I said, give an opening statement about the season and your expectations.
Well, I mean, we're looking forward to it. Kids have been working this summer, doing some 7-on-7s and those kinds of things, so we're excited to get it started. Expectations the same as every year, try to compete for a conference championship, make the playoffs, and, that's kind of what everybody wants, I guess.
If you would, just talk a little bit about your offense to start with.
Well, the challenge that we got this year is we're going to be extremely young, so there's a lot of unknowns right now with just playing a lot of sophomores. I mean, these are three of the upperclassmen that I have, and I don't have but about four upperclassmen, so we're just going to be really young and have to feel our way a little bit.
Coach, you talk a little bit about that and being inexperienced, but one of the key positions you do have some experience in is the quarterback position.
Eli's been the quarterback since I guess sixth grade. So I mean, yeah, we've got some experience in him. Doesn't seem to get rattled too easy. I think he's handles pressure pretty well. So yeah, it's good to have a guy in that position that's been there and done that and has seen pretty much everything you're going to throw at him. So, yeah, we're glad we got him.
In terms of offense, can you kind of fill us in on some of the style you'll try to run this year?
Well, I think this year, the last couple of years we've been more in the gun. I think this year we may be under center a little more just because of the inexperience in the offensive line and the other skill kids. Like I say, I've got, we got about 10 sophomores and probably – 7 or 8 of them are going to have to play. So, I mean, it's going to be a learning curve from going from junior high to senior high. So, we're going to have to simplify some things. And so, like I say, we may be under center a little more than we've been in the past couple of years.
I want to ask a little bit about on the defensive side of the ball, if you could just talk to us about that.
I mean, again, it's the same thing, same kids are going to be playing on the other side of the ball also. We do have some experience in these three guys that played defense last year and started on that side of the ball, so that helps. At least you got some people there that know what's going on and can help the younger guys until they figure it out a little bit,
I got a question for Eli. Eli, you grab the microphone. Obviously, you're one of the leaders, and a lot will be put on your shoulders this year. As far as your personal strengths, running versus passing, along those lines, talk about that and your leadership ability.
Yeah. I can run the ball. I can throw the ball. I think I'm a little bit better at throwing it than running it. But, yeah, this year my main focus is just leading the team, leading those younger guys so that in the upcoming years they can have some good seasons.
All righty, back to old school offensive line football. Pass the mic down a little bit. Some of your biggest challenges as an offensive lineman, and you do have some youth on the offensive line, but for you personally, what kind of challenges does that present?
I feel like I'm going to have to know more. My IQ is going to have to get better so I can teach the younger linemen, show them the ropes. There are a couple things that change. Just have to teach them, show them, I don't know, the same as always, and just go out there and do your job, try your hardest.
Well, that's great. You can't teach maturity, but I appreciate your approach there. Keep passing the mic down. Talk to us a little bit about defense. You are the returning interception leader from last year. How do you see your role this year with the Indians defensively?
I would have to bring leadership, show the younger guys how to approach certain moments of the game. I would have to learn more as myself. Last year was my first year coming back playing football, so I have to do more learning myself and just get used to the defense and see whatever coach throws at me, see if I can show it to the younger guys.
Great. Coach, it sounds like you have some great leadership come in to help you mature your football team. Some of the biggest challenges are getting Mark Tree back to the level, and you mentioned expectations.
Well, I mean, the expectations are, like I say, we're just because we're low on numbers and young, I don't feel like our expectations are going to change. It's good that you've got three guys like we have here, and these three that have been there and done it, and they're leaders. Eli, like I told you, he's done it since he was in the 6th grade. He's played quarterback, so that helps to have that maturity and that leadership at that position. Orlando has played on the offensive line, for as long as he's been playing, and I thought last year as a sophomore he had a great year. So I expect more out of him, and he does a good job at working with the younger ones and teaching them. Israel's a phenomenal athlete. If you've watched him play basketball, you know that. So, I mean, we'll do a lot of things with Israel as far as moving him around, different positions, trying to get him the ball best way we can. But, it's a challenge when you're young, but it's also fun too, expectations fall on other people, not so much us. Hopefully people overlook us, and those young guys will grow up in a hurry, hopefully, Got a lot of faith in the young ones that we got coming, they're going to be okay. It's going to take a little while to grow up, adjust to the speed of the game. That's the biggest thing is from junior high to senior high, it's the speed changes, Kids are bigger, stronger, faster, but they'll adjust.
Coach, we'll back up a little bit to when Eli was a sophomore. That year, 9-1 conference champs, and things have kind of fallen off a little bit the last couple of years. What would you say the biggest takeaway or the biggest lesson from these last 2 years when things have not necessarily gone your way as much?
Well, it's always, last year was kind of some of the same problems we'll have this year a little bit is with numbers. But the thing about it is I felt like our kids competed, I mean, last year it would have been easy when you had the kind of season that we had to just quit, fold the tent, but these kids didn't. They kept competing. And a lot of that was, these guys here were leaders. Even at young age, they were leaders. And so that experience is worth something, I mean, they've been through the ups and the downs. They've seen the good times. Eli has especially, he's seen the good times and he's seen the bad times. So he knows what it takes, and he knows what it takes to lead those other guys. So, you learn from that kind of stuff, I guess.
Eli, you got anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, had that really good season my sophomore year, and then last year kind of flipped, and so I know the difference in practices and stuff from my sophomore year and my junior year. So I'll try to fix that my senior year and hopefully have a season like we did my sophomore year.
So do you feel, as the lone senior this year, are you putting any added pressure maybe on yourself to, from a leadership standpoint, to be the voice for the team?
No, I wouldn't say putting pressure on myself, but I mean, I'll definitely have a big role having to lead the team, but no pressure.
Israel, I want to give you another chance to talk here for just a second. A couple weeks ago, and this is non-football related, this is basketball related, but you were listed in the top 40 in the state in basketball rankings as one of the top 40 players. I don't know if you're aware of that or not. You probably are, but if you would, just what is that feeling like, knowing that you're looked and viewed at across the state as one of the top basketball players?
First off, I want to give all thanks to God. Prayer. But I came from nothing on basketball. I had to learn a lot. Had a lot of different coaches. My mom, stepdad was real supportive. My grandma. My current coach now hard on me. So when I get in the gym, I just try to get better every chance I get. And no days off, just straight grinding.
And Orlando, you're clearly going to be one of the guys that you kind of talked about being a leader on the offensive line, but on the defense as well, returning as an inside linebacker, I believe. you've kind of already said it, but in terms on defense, you're that guy that the younger guys are going to look to. How do you embrace that role?
I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm ready for the football season.
It's a good answer. It's a good answer. All right, Coach Dunn, if you would just kind of close us out, just your final thoughts going into the 2019 football season.
Well, the first thing is stay healthy. I think if we can stay healthy, I think we got a chance, you know. I mean, I've got good leadership in these guys. I've got some good young talent. It's just having them to grow up. But I think if we can stay healthy, we'll be okay.